The alleged racist emails revealed, the traffic stops, the use of force. Our team on the report. Sharing America's secrets. The former general and CIA chief pleading guilty. Sharing classified information, even conversations with the president with his mistress. The massive winter storm, look at this, drivers struggling to keep control behind the wheel. 30 states now as it moves from the south and the Midwest to the east tonight. Hillary Clinton's email using her private account, even though she was Secretary of State. Did she break the law? Mrs. Clinton's team responds tonight. And the sports star turned star dad, taking on his daughter's bullies tonight, posting their names online after what they did.
From ABC News World Headquarters, this is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and we begin tonight with the breaking news, the stunning new findings about the Ferguson Police Department, a damning report from the Justice Department late today. The nation, for a time, intently focused on Ferguson, Missouri, after the police shooting death of Michael Brown. And the outrage that followed. The officer involved was not indicted. Tonight here, the new findings, authorities pointing to racist emails, traffic stops, and the use of excessive force. ABC's Steve Osunsami with what they found.
We've seen the protesters in the streets, but tonight it's the U.S. Justice Department directly accusing officers in Ferguson, Missouri of racially biased policing. The scathing report finds that police routinely engage in conduct that violates the Constitution and federal law. Justice Department investigators went through 35,000 pages of police records. They found that while black residents make up 67% of the city, they're 85% of traffic stops, 93% of all arrests, and 88% of cases where police use force. Black drivers were twice as likely to be searched during police stops.
We're guilty until proven innocent.
Black families here have been saying all of this for years. We heard it over and over after the shooting death of Michael Brown in August.
We've been getting harassed so much that we're tired of it, and this is our breaking point.
Ferguson's police chief has admitted things could be better.
And there's been a lot of training that's going to be forthcoming.
But some of what investigators found was beyond sensitivity courses. An email from a city official in 2008, for example, saying that President Obama would not be president for very long because, quote, what black man holds a steady job for 4 years? In his interview with George Stephanopoulos, the police officer responsible for the shooting that led to the investigation swore that race had no influence on his trigger.
If Michael Brown were white, this would have gone down in exactly the same way.
Yes.
No question.
No question.
The federal government hasn't yet announced if it will file federal charges against Officer Wilson. Every indication is they won't. Meanwhile, in Ferguson tonight, they have to process these disturbing findings. David?
Steve Osunsami leading us off tonight. Steve, thank you. Now to America's secrets this evening. The former director of the CIA, a general, David Petraeus, admitting he shared those secrets with his mistress, even sharing conversations he had with the president. We learned today he carefully recorded American intelligence in 8 black books of his own. The identities of spies, war strategies. ABC's senior justice correspondent Pierre Thomas with the punishment.
He was the 4-star hero hailed as a strategic genius who went on to become the nation's top spy. But today, David Petraeus agreed to plead guilty to sharing those top secrets with his then mistress, Paula Broadwell. And the FBI flatly accused him of lying to cover up his crime.
I regret and apologize for the circumstances that led to my resignation.
During his command in Afghanistan, prosecutors say Petraeus kept sensitive information in a series of 8 black books, possibly like the one seen here. According to prosecutors, the books contained classified information, identities of covert officers, war strategy, intelligence capabilities, and remarkably, even Petraeus' notes from discussions with the President of the United States. Petraeus did not turn over the books when he left the military. When questioned by the FBI, he denied sharing those black books or any classified information with Broadwell, who was writing his biography. The FBI says that was a lie. Petraeus' fall from grace began with the stunning discovery of the affair.
Simply put, it was a shock today.
Petraeus agreed today to plead guilty to misdemeanor charges and to paying a $40,000 fine to avoid a humiliating stay in jail.
And Pierre Thomas is with us live in Washington. Pierre, Petraeus was able to avoid a more serious punishment with this plea deal?
Yeah, David, there was a lack of evidence that Petraeus truly intended to harm national security, but this was a balancing act. In prosecuting such a powerful figure, the Justice Department wanted to send a message that putting classified information at risk, don't you do it.
Pierre Thomas live in our Washington bureau tonight. Pierre, thank you. We do move